I've lost 2 patients to SIDS. Sleep is like Pandora's box, right? It can be a challenge for toddlers. It can be a challenge for older kids. It'll be okay. We'll get you through it. Safe sleep is something that we highlight at every routine well visit, from the newborn visit to 12 months of age. Realistically, as a pediatrician, I've lost 2 patients to SIDS, and that's a conversation I never want to have again with a parent. The reason we highlight safe sleep is because these accidents do happen, and I think just like we don't think we'll ever be in a major car accident, we still wear our seatbelts. Keeping your baby in a safe sleep environment really is truly important. So for parents, I think for you, preventing injury is a huge point of emphasis, because we all think it'll never happen to us until it does. It is number one, the most important safety topic that we discuss with patients and parents in the early months of life. I think sleep and the topic of safe sleep is a lot more cut and dry the earlier a baby is in life, the younger your newborn is. When you're putting your baby down, especially a young baby, 0 to say 6 to 9 months, really the goal there is for them to be flat on their back, without clutter in the crib or bassinet, not be surrounded by loose bedding, blankets, pillows, bumpers. I kind of tell parents either they're wearing it or their mattress is wearing it. They're wearing it in the form of a onesie or a swaddle, and their mattress is wearing it in the form of a fitted sheet. Parents often ask me as a pediatrician, well, I put my kid down on their back, but they kind of start to roll to their side a little bit. That's totally fine. I think at the end of the day, that turning to their side isn't a huge deal if there's nothing for them to get caught up in, because in the first few months of life, infants can do some things by way of movement, but if they get stuck in a bad situation, it's tough for them to get out of that situation. As your baby ages, we relax those rules a little bit. And I wish you could see my 2-year-old's crib, because it looks like the inside of a toy store, right? So I think as your child grows older, the concept of a clutterless sleep environment with nothing in it, that certainly changes. A big no-no for healthy sleep habits is trying to prevent co-sleeping if we can. That means sleeping with your newborn or young infant. I'm guilty of having my child fall asleep on my chest. We're all human. It's largely unpreventable, but the safest sleep environment for your newborn is in their own crib, in their own bassinet, in their own sleep environment. The older your child gets, the more that becomes a personal and social decision as opposed to a medical contraindication. So when your kid's older than 12 months, the risk of infant asphyxiation, that risk really does go down. So if you want a toddler in your bed with you, it's more of a parental decision as opposed to me as your doctor saying that's a no-no. I think as far as older kids, consistency is key. And what I mean by that is trying to have a routine set in place for your older child, trying to have a consistent bedtime. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. They'll push you, but be consistent with your routines, and routines. Just know that you can do this. It's totally fine. No one has this figured out, and I can assure you, my wife and I, both being pediatricians, you would think we have all of our stuff together. And honestly, we struggled with sleep early on too. Lean on your pediatrician or your healthcare provider if tips and tricks are needed and you do need advice. I think in the era of information, there's so much out there, and parents often ask us, well, who do I trust? What do I believe? I think things that are put out by the American Academy of Pediatrics or the AAP, that's a good tagline to put in your Google search. Their parent website, healthychildren.org, has amazing resources for parents for all health topics, and it's set up as a search engine so you guys can search the questions that you have in particular. Just know the first few weeks are a struggle, and it will get better, but get into your routine, settle in, it'll be okay, we'll get you through it.